Water Flows, a series of informational programs about water. Water Flows will look at a number of issues: water conservation, preservation, purification, and sustainable use. The ecological effects of dams and reservoirs. The most obvious effect of dams is the conversion of an environment that is characterized by unidirectional or one-way flow of water to one where there is little or no flow. The result of this conversion is that the plants and animals adapted to natural flowing conditions of a river may be unable to survive. By contrast, those adapted to standing waters may thrive, and it is under such conditions that certain floating plants can become a nuisance. Other species that may be viewed as pests, such as certain species of snails that act as intermediate hosts for parasites of humans, may proliferate in the standing waters of reservoirs. The water used for power generation or flood control is discharged into the tailwaters downstream of the dam, and the volume of water is not affected. Water used for water transfers, irrigation and domestic supply and agriculture is drawn from the river, which results in a decline in flow downstream. In extreme cases, this decline in water flow may lead to drying of the channel. In almost all instances, ecological effects result from the change in timing or magnitude of flows caused by dams. Water flowing into a reservoir from headwater streams slows and deposits its suspended load. This load includes inorganic material which falls to the reservoir bed as silt, but also suspended organic particles, mainly detritus, in the form of fine particulate organic matter on which insects, crabs, shrimps, and fish feed. The deposition of silt in the reservoir means that gradually the basin will become filled and the usable volume of water will decline. This has the effect of limiting the lifespan of the reservoir and is an especially important consideration when dam construction is planned along a river that carries a high load of suspended solids. Reservoirs generally store water for a period of time. In large reservoirs, this may be for several months, but in run-of-the-river dams, the water passes through at a similar rate to water in the undammed river. As water enters a reservoir from the headwater streams, the water slows down and deposits its suspended load. Thus, the upper portion of the reservoir becomes progressively marshier. The deposition of silt in the reservoir or natural lake means that any lake has a limited life and eventually will become so filled with silt as to be unable to fulfill the function for which it was built. The rate with which most dams fill with silt exceeds initial estimates, and as a result, the useful life of the dam is reduced and the economic justification for the dam construction is not met due to its reduced lifespan. You've been watching Water Flows. Water Flows looks at a number of issues related to water, including water conservation, purification, and sustainable use. Join us for another program.